What is up, people? Rams fans, NFC Championship game on the horizon. I guess I'm Ryan Anderson. This is the Rams LAFB show. Joining me, as always, Erin Coscarelli. I mean, where do you even start? I mean, obviously the win is where you start. Let me switch my microphone here.
Oh my God, yeah, same. And by the way, my lips look crazy.
You said you were ready when I was, and I wasn't ready either. But, my God.
We demanded do-over.
That was. I'm so like my heart. No, it was an impressive win. It was an impressive finish. I mean, I think there were some moments that might have been some head scratchers. Certainly there in the fourth quarter when McVay opted to run the ball instead of pass. I was going to look up penalties, but we're trying to get this thing right up as soon as we wrap. And I saw some, penalties. It was a fairly clean game. And it just felt like that third quarter really scared me. I'm like, okay, this is a team that, again, feels so momentum fueled, right? Like if they're up, they're good. And I'm telling you, a lot of those mistakes Bears made that they were kind of give me's, you know what I mean? Like I thought there were opportunities where Stafford could have been intercepted and he wasn't. And those were give me's. What was your immediate reaction?
It's really interesting that you said that because I think both of these defenses, when they've been successful, they're turning the ball over, or they're getting turnovers. Obviously, 3-0, couple of fumbles, couple of possible interceptions thrown as well. McVay and Stafford, neither one of their best games, I wouldn't say. McVay, you can run the ball, it's fine. You don't have to blow this team out. And the running game was working just fine. Not a lot of 13 personnel.
Not a lot of Devontae.
Not hardly any Devontae.
Yeah.
But a critical catch there for him for sure. A couple of them.
Yeah.
Not a big day for Puka either. I mean, he had a fine day, but definitely they seem to do a pretty good job of containing both of those guys. Leading receiver Colby Parkinson, of course.
Yeah.
Just like everybody predicted.
And Jordan Whittington came up big time.
In terms of penalties, 1 for the Rams for just 5 yards, 3 for the Bears for 24 yards. You gotta, early in the season, we were saying things like the defense is winning, keeping the team in games, and they had to do it again. Yeah. And they didn't do a fantastic job. This is a really good offense. We got to give credit where credit is due, but the defense on 3rd and 4th downs was just really good in those high leverage situations. Obviously, amazing game for Cam Curl and Kobe Durant, both defensive backs that are on contract years. No word on the future of that, but just the defense did enough at the right time. A goal line stop. That was also 4th down. Was there a couple of goal line stops?
Yeah, even in the first quarter, they stopped him on 4th down, and then the Bears go for it again, and then they get it. But you know what I'm going to say right now, because there's a lot to pick apart. We can be nitpicky here, but the Rams are going to the NFC Championship game, and they are getting a rematch with the Seahawks in Seattle.
The 3rd rematch.
I mean, come on now. You can't write it any better than that. That is insane. And I think, look, we're going to not focus on this game, but think about it. They're getting Devontae back. What did you see in this game tonight that was successful? Because I thought that they had, finally Dotson comes back. And they did have some success running the ball when they chose to run the ball. And I thought when they kind of abandoned the run, they needed to get back to it. And that's kind of when they had some success. But for you, Ryan, what did you think that the Rams did that you liked, that you saw, that you want to see them build on?
Winning at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, on defense and offense, they came out and they were pretty dominant on their offensive line. I feel like, there was some pressure, obviously 3 sacks, and they were dialing up pressures on Stafford, and Stafford was terrible under pressure, but the offensive line was keeping it clean enough for him. They just weren't executing, and the running game was executing just fine. And so that's exciting to see as well, that can still work with Dotson in there. And McVay should put this in his little notebook and say, run the ball. if Stafford isn't nails. We've seen great stretches from Stafford where he played fantastic football. We haven't seen it over the last couple of weeks. And guess what? The Seahawks defense is looking better than it was even just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. And Caleb had 3 interceptions in this game. I do think, though, when it comes to what we saw tonight in Chicago was one of a kind. We're not going to see that weather in Seattle. And I felt like that weather was, even you saw during McVay's halftime interview, he was like, get me out of here with Melissa Stark. And I love Melissa. He was like, you could tell even at the presser this week that Stafford's finger, I sensed, even though he was like, I feel great. I felt like that was something to think about when it came to seeing his ineffectiveness or his inefficiency, because it's cold, it's snowy, it's windy, the crowd is loud. And let me tell you something. I was so impressed with the way that they composed themselves when there were some misfires. You saw that Kobe Durant missed tackle. And then I think it was Swift trying to jump over somebody, and somebody else brought him down. And I'm like, that is such great complimentary football.
Yeah. Well, it was Darius Williams that went low on that run, and then Quentin Lake came in and cleaned up the rest of it, which was really nice to see. You brought up missed tackles. That was a big issue for this team, and I gotta wrap Jared versus Knuckles on that one. 5 missed tackles for him per PFF. And this was a criticism that goes. My criticism of Jared Verse goes way back to be at the beginning of the season. I said, I want to see him have dominant performances. I want to have him in that echelon of the best pass rushers, because this team kind of needs it.
Yeah, there were some missed opportunities there. And even, look, I'm at a house full of bears here. I'm at my best
enemy territory.
I'm in enemy territory. And I was so fascinated to hear they're all living here in Los Angeles, but they gave me their own point of view or perspective of like how they see the Rams and how they see McVay. And it's really interesting, because I think when we're in it and we hear how the sausage is made, there's certainly a respect and a reverence for it. And you hear the opponent's perspective, and there's no love lost for how McVay is. They do not like him. They think he's too intense. My best friend's husband is a Seattle Seahawks fan, and just like absolutely thinks the coach there is like just composed and dialed in, and like does not think that same way about McVay, which is so funny, right? Because we're so closely connected to the team. We see how methodical and like ethereal and just like all of the players are. Devontae and the way Devontae is, even Puka, and it's just been interesting to get their sense of how they see it.
Yeah, and really fascinating.
And then you see Caleb tonight, really like that freaking interception or that freaking pass at the end of the game. I'm like, that's it for us. How did you feel? I mean, you and I were texting. I was like, I'm not feeling so good. I needed to stand up and like kick a soccer ball around. I'm like, I'm not feeling so good. And it's not even because I'm a Rams fan. It's because I'm like, I can't even believe they got here. They faced the elements. It's cold as you know what. And then this ends up happening. I was just like, I mean, I was thinking about, you know what, Kelly Stafford. I'm like, she's got her 4 girls here in Chicago. And she's like, I came all the way here for this.
Well, I hope she was in a climate controlled box or something for that very reason.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple moments where I thought this game was over, OVER, over. That pass, I was just like, this is a team of destiny. This is this crowd.
You're thinking about that with the Bears?
I was, yeah. It just these crazy comebacks and like
I know, impressive.
Caleb Williams making that throw 60 yards, even from like a planted, I want to say foot base, but that's not right. Where he's got his mechanics all in a line. He's running away, he's leaning back, and he just flings it 60 yards. It's just
makes no sense.
Terrifying. It's terrifying. Your friend was on camera before we went live, and the future is bright for Chicago. You know what I mean? It's they got a good young quarterback and a good young coach, and they're going to keep building this team.
Yeah,
and good on them for keeping with it.
Yeah,
this defense was not supposed to be this good.
Yeah.
So they really hung in there and put it to the Rams, and I think thank goodness for Kyron Williams and Blake Corum, that amazing pass protection, that block, keep that drive alive. Kyron Williams falling on a fumble, another just kind of side note there as well, keeping them in the game. Devontae with his catch, Puka doing just enough. I think, and then I mean, as harsh as I have been on the defense, like I said earlier, they're just coming up big in the right moments in this game, and for all the flaws that are there, they just were. It's I was out on Chris Shula, and they just pull me back in.
He'll do that. He'll do that. And by the way, the no-look pass to Devontae, that was surgical. And it's like this team, as we've always said, with deep respect for the competitors like Carolina or even the Seahawks, this is, in my opinion, the most talented team, front and back, defense and offense, coaching staff included. And you know what? You gotta give your flowers to Mr. Mavis, because he got it through the uprights when it mattered. And I was like, don't you dare jinx the Rams right now. You're saying the pearls, and you get. I thought that was so good. You gotta follow Ryan Anderson on the Twitter machine. He is hysterical, but it's true. I was like, it's coming down to Mavis, and this is Ryan's worst nightmare. He's not getting any sleep tonight.
I don't remember what the field goal was. I can look it up here really quickly. That field goal was a 42-yarder, so that's not nothing, but pretty makeable in today's NFL. Like, I was still like I was like, well, please.
No, the reason you wrote the thing to me on Twitter or whatever was because that had a hook. His first kick, right? Didn't it get or did he just kick a curveball? I mean, I don't even know what that is, but it did not look like initially.
It was a knuckleball. It wasn't flying off the thing quite right. So
it had a spin situation going on, and I was not feeling good about it. So I'm like, anything is possible here, and I'm just hopeful that Ryan is okay right now.
I'm glad that the special teams was 100% not a problem. They didn't. Nothing spectacular from special teams, but nothing catastrophic either. I thought there was going to be a blocked punt, but that didn't happen anyway.
But man, they got an interception when it mattered. I thought the second that the Bears got the ball back in overtime, I was like, well, I was shaking everybody's hand. It was a formidable fight. You guys were a good opponent. You know what? The Rams stuck it in there, and then they got the INT, and I'm like, that. There you go. Like, I think that says a lot about the team and the Rams' ability to come up big in very high pressure moments, which we've seen from Stafford, we've seen from Kyron, we've seen from Devontae. And we definitely saw it on display tonight with the defense when they really needed to.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that almost nail in the coffin drive there to begin overtime. 8-yard run. Okay, that's the first call. Then a 1-yard run. So, it sets up a 3rd and 1. -2 yards on a run. And I just want McVay to be a little bit more creative, but that interception saved them. That interception saved them indeed. But they were driving down the field. I mean, 10 plays, 36 yards, obviously that's not a great drive for the Bears. Yeah. Fascinating. Just a really fascinating game. And I think benefit from Caleb Williams' inexperience in the playoff games. He was throwing some freaking heat to his receivers. I don't know how many drops they had in this game, but there was like so many passes that just hit guys in the hands and they couldn't haul it in. The Bears did not play a mistake-free football in so many ways. And that's my main frustration point with this game is it felt like it should have been a lot more in the Rams' favor. There should have been more points for the Rams. And the only, last week I was like, hey, a win is a win. We're moving on. We're on to the divisional round. Life is good. Now I'm thinking going into Seattle, if this is the team that shows up, they're not getting through Seattle. Did you watch the Niners Seattle game? I mean, obviously the Niners are a different animal, but like
it was scary how good the defense for the Seattle Seahawks were. I was like, but in my mind, I'm thinking, well, the 49ers are just, they're banged up. They're not 100. Yeah. And, but we remember the competition that they brought, whatever week it was. Was it week 14 when they played the Seahawks?
Yeah.
And I think that this is going to be a different game. We're going to have all week to talk about it. But I think that the Rams have the number of motivation because, I mean, it couldn't be drawn up more poetically. Since losing to the Seahawks, the Rams have fallen out of favor with the NFL media, right? That obviously not just that, they're no longer the number 1 seed. They dropped to the 5 seed. They have to enter the tournament, kind of working their way back up. And now they get to kind of sort of show people. Again, I don't write it. I'm just saying that's what's on the line here. They have to go to Seattle. They have to go play against another division opponent that's been getting a lot of hype. And rightfully so. But again, it's Sam Darnold. So we'll see. But when it comes to some stats that I think are really interesting, Ryan, when you look at the box score, Stafford did not throw a touchdown, didn't have an interception. He was sacked
4 sacks. Wow.
Sacked 4 times. Whereas Caleb had 2 touchdowns, 3 INTs. He was not sacked once. The leading receiver on the day was the tight end at 56 yards, which actually is interesting. That ties Colston Loveland for 56 yards. He was targeted he was targeted 10 times, 56 yards, 4 catches. So, I mean, look, I think though, when you have a game like this with crazy weather and it's a 20-17 scoreboard, you're not really expecting a ton of offensive production. You're really just kind of playing keep away. But when you look at the stats, is there anything? I mean, Stafford had 2 fumbles, 1 recovery. So did Kyron.
Kyron recovered one.
That's right. Yeah. Right. And then Kobe had 2 interceptions. Kobe Durant and Cam Curl had 1. Chicago had 0 interceptions. So, I mean, I guess it's just kind of again, I think it's just a game of momentum. But for you, is there anything with the stat sheet or the box score that kind of stands out to you?
Well, it's nice that, Stafford was moving the ball around. He wasn't just going strictly to Puka and Devontae. Devontae ended up with 6 targets. I think they must have all been in fourth quarter and overtime.
What do you think that was? What do you think that was about?
I haven't the foggiest idea, honestly. I think they probably they wanted to try to mix it up. And I think they were really focusing and leaning on those 2 guys. What's not on the stat sheet is Colston Loveland went out. And he's obviously the one they were going to a lot. 10 targets for him. DJ Moore on that on the play that was intercepted that in overtime looked like he gave up on that play. And that's always been a criticism of DJ Moore, is that he doesn't, if he's not the first read, if he doesn't think he's getting the ball, he doesn't always necessarily run through those routes. So obviously not the Rams' problem, but something that they benefited from. QB hits. I gotta shout out Kobe Turner.
Oh yeah, he was running around. You could tell he was exhausted.
yeah, for sure.
Great.
Yeah, and no, I think this is one of those games where instead of being able to pull things apart from the stat sheet or even play by play, it's just like they ran through the legs of a giant and were able to squeeze it out. Like they just were able to, there was one too many mistakes on one side and they capitalized on that. And here's some criticism of Mevis. Brian, you don't like Mevis? He's only missed one kick.
He's only missed once, right?
Yeah. I'm on the fence about the whole special teams thing. I think they need to get a consultant in there, somebody to come in and tell them, focus on hiring somebody good, focus on finding a quality kicker, and then proud of the defense, and then a little love, little emoji love for this Rams team. So
I mean, listen, Rams house has endured a lot. I get fielded, as I'm sure you do, when it gets down to the wire from a bevy of people, friends, whatever. And it's nice to feel the pulse of what people are feeling, because
you get more of that. I don't know why I don't get that.
I mean, I'm getting people just kind of sending gifts and emojis and just like sentiments of how they're feeling. And a lot of times it's never positive. They're like, I can't believe the Rams didn't do that, But this is kind of why I love this.
Here's what I noticed. Once it got down to those last couple of drives, overtime and fourth quarter, it seemed like Twitter went real quiet. That was my only that's the thing I noticed, is like people's they were in full clinch.
They're like this, they're watching. They're no longer narrating. They're like, I gotta spectate this one. Yeah.
You've had a bran muffin and and a cup of coffee and you're stuck somewhere on a bridge. Full clench. So trying to hold it all together.
Oh, that's a good one. That's good.
So let's talk about the rest of the landscape, because this is getting down to it. 4 teams remaining, including the Rams.
I know. And how crazy was that Bo Nix news yesterday? I was so bummed to hear that. I mean, listen, I know it makes whoever plays the Broncos, it's an easier. They were a competitor before, by the way. And maybe they still are with Jarrett Stidham. I mean, think about the fact that you don't know what you're going to get. Necessarily. Like there's gonna, McVay or not McVay, Sean Payton can pull a rabbit out of his hat. He is intelligent. He'll make something work. But what a disappointment to come all the way. And then the second to last play of the game, you fracture your ankle and now you need surgery on Tuesday. What?
So one of my good friends whose name is also Ryan is a Broncos fan. He's from the Denver area, and it was like he had 30 minutes to enjoy the win, and it's just such a brutal. At any moment, these things can happen. It's actually frankly a good reminder.
He had 30 minutes to be happy, and then he became sad.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I was like texting him. I was like, "Hey, big win! Congrats! I mean, you got a chance at this one." And it's like, oh, like,
that's terrible.
Really terrible. So there was a chance that there was going to be 3 second-year quarterbacks going into the NFC or into the championship games, whether Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and
Drake May.
That's pretty interesting and impressive stuff. Also, like obviously Sean Payton's a known quantity, Mike Vrabel probably as well. But young coaches as well, all leading those teams. Conspiracy theorists will go nuts if it's Stafford versus May.
What does that mean? To explain.
I don't know. What do you mean exactly by that? Because I don't know where the MVP voting is, but anyway. Interesting on the other side of the dial, on the AFC side of things. 10 years ago, Super Bowl 50 was held in San Francisco.
I was there.
And the AFC Championship game was played by the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots.
Right. I was going to say the Seahawks. Someone's calling me right now. Stop it. Sorry. Wait. It was the Broncos. Wait, say it again. Who was it? The Broncos and the Patriots?
And the Patriots were in the AFC Championship that year. The Broncos went and then ended up winning that game against the Panthers. But just a fun, fun coincidence.
And Peyton finished the season.
Yeah.
Right. Although he threw the most interceptions that year. I want to say he was like the league.
I just remember he was completely noodle armed by that.
He wasn't very good. He had a great defense.
The defense was great.
Yeah.
Which the Denver Broncos have another fantastic defense, and I think they could actually beat. I think they could beat the New England Patriots just from their defense alone. But that's a story for another day.
Although I think the Houston Texans have a scary defense too.
They were knocked out already, though. I'm sorry to say, earlier today.
Well, but that is one of the scariest pass rushes in the NFL. I mean, personally, I know you have to have your quarterback situated, but okay. Yeah. Right.
Well, we'll see. I mean, so next weekend we'll be here very, very soon. And then you and I are off to the Bay Area for Radio Row. I just solidified my travel plans and my lodgings and
figure that out.
I got it locked in. I still have friends in the Bay Area, thankfully. So I'll be staying in the Mission with my good buddy Kat.
Oh, nice.
Who's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be in the Embarcadero. That's where I used to live when I lived up there when I was with the Niners back in the day.
That's so nice.
Oh, is it nice?
The Embarcadero?
Well, I mean, I think all of San Francisco, aside from a couple of dodgy areas, is really expensive and nice. No, like
you're right. Most
you have the marina, you have Nob Hill, you have North Beach.
Sure.
There's another one. What's the other one called? What's the other district that's really nice? They did a movie on it. Oh, Pack Heights.
Oh, yeah, Pack Heights. Yeah. I like Pack Heights.
Where did you live back in the day?
Most of it in the Mission.
Okay.
19th and Mission, basically.
I don't know that area.
Oh, we're gonna go out then.
Oh, is that where cool things happen?
It's a little cutty, as the Bay Area likes to say, but
I mean, Silver Lake Brooklyn and Silver Lake are kind of where I frequent these days. So
you'll like it.
Is it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably. I don't go back much, but
but you know what? We'll give the people a real tour of the sights and sounds of San Francisco. Because yes, we will be there regardless of if the Rams are there or not. Mm-hmm. And I think at this point it's going to be it's going to be a really interesting championship round.
Does it feel like the NFC Championship game is actually the Super Bowl? Am I getting ahead of myself?
Ooh.
The winner of that game is, I mean,
it does kind of, because I really do think that those are the two best teams in the NFL in terms of like equal quality talent across the board. But they have to play their conference competitor, which obviously will be either the Patriots or the Broncos. So who do you see coming out? Obviously, you think it's going to be the Patriots. Like, that's kind of a no-brainer.
I think Denver. I think Denver can pull it out.
I like that.
Which is good news. I think which is good news for the Rams if they're
wow. Well, the Rams need to beat the Seahawks, by the way. But yeah.
Oh, I know.
you think that's going to happen?
We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
All right, we're gonna. Yeah. Are we underestimated? Brian is asking.
The NFL is scripted. It's unfortunate. We all know that now. Are we underestimated? Yeah. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks all of you for coming and joining us once again on our 20th edition of this show. No, we didn't. Anyway.
Today felt like 20 years. I felt like I lost 20 years of my life just stressing out about the game, but it was awesome.
Oh, here we go. Are we underestimating Vrabel?
Ooh, that's a good one.
We probably are.
No, we're good.
Anyway.
We're good. My bestie just walked in. She's like, "Are you too loud? Are we too loud?" I'm like, "No, keep making." Oh, see, they're playing games. This is what I do when I come over here. They're playing poker.
Let's get you out of here.
Yeah.
We're a couple minutes over on our time, but guys, thank you for coming.
So fun.
So much fun. Live to fight another day. Here we go. Next time. Bye-bye.